Yeah, I'm gonna do this right quick because I see this every day. Now, this subject is about the homelessness of folks that need help off the street. I mean, you got politicians here that's trying to take that away from them. I feel it's wrong, but I mean, on the flip side of that, you can put them somewhere where they can get housing and food and necessities that they need to continue to live and do better in their life. In many videos, I've told you, I was out there. I wasn't living in no tents and stuff like that and sleeping on the street and all that. I did it one time, but it wasn't on the street. It's only because I missed the time to get to the shelter. So I have no choice but to suffer. But I also had a car. And I also had a storage back then. So I had three options. And I used them all. But the thing is, if you're going to take the privileges away from people living on the streets and in certain homeless camps and things like that, then you politicians out there, and I'm talking specifically about the ones here in Columbus, Ohio, you need to take the same rights away from these little young kids standing at these corner stores begging for money. They young, they healthy, they got a lot of energy. They got all that energy to stand out there all day, all night, trying to get somebody to get in money and make it, and they think people feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for a lot of them. I only help certain ones. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. I mean, I haven't stood in front of no store begging for money. I'm saying I've helped some of these young girls, young boys out here begging for money. A lot of them is hustling. A lot of them got so much money, you wouldn't believe the type of hustle money they got in their house or apartment or in their pocket, in their bank account or whatever. The same rule applies to them as it would apply to the people that you trying to get off the street. And you're going to put them in jail because they're trying to live a better life and don't know other ways to get out of the situation they in. If you're going to apply the rule to the people of the homeless, and I'm specifically talking to each and one of you politicians here in the United States, and also here specifically in Columbus, Ohio. If you're going to look, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Meaning, if you're going to, put these people in jail or fine them because they don't want to leave off the street from being homeless, then you need to do the same thing with these little young kids standing at the corner stores, harassing folks, begging for money, and they don't really need the money. They don't look bad to me. I'm a good judge of character, and I ain't trying to judge nobody, but when you coming to me and begging to me and asking me for money, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you up and down. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm seeing the people around you. It's a game. Remember I told you what game is? Game is anything, and you people that are listening to me in this video, you need to understand this. A game, or game, G-A-M-E, is basically anything that you into as far as, for example, hustling. You're in a hustling game. The rules, the regulations of the hustling game. The rules, the regulation of being a cop. The rules, the regulations of being a corporate president or working for a corporate business. the rules and regulations of being in an auto shop. There's rules and regulations for any game, or should I say, organization, or company, or associations you deal with. It all has rules to it. Game is nothing but rules and regulations to whatever you into. It could be at the corporate office, it could be in the streets, it could be like prostitution, it could be pimping, it could be all genres of things, but it's all the same thing, meaning game. The rules, remember this, the rules, the regulations of being in something positive, you got to abide by the rules and regulations or you ain't going to be there. You got in the streets, it's negative. You got to abide by the rules or you ain't going to be there, or you might die in that life, in that dark world. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is also, if you're going to take the homeless off the streets and then fine them or lock them up because they don't want to leave, that's not fair. I understand that you're trying to do better for the city and the state, but you're also trying to help these folks. Well, then you need to be helping them. I was in shelters. I know. I've been there, done that. I wasn't in there for very long, but with my veteran status, I was able to get the top-notch help I needed until I got on my feet, because they had programs for us. But it's the same thing. Rules and regulations of being in a homeless shelter. You got to abide by the rules or you ain't going to be there. But if you're going to do this to these folks that's out on the street, you need to apply these laws to these kids in certain neighborhoods or all these different neighborhoods, whether they black, white, or foreign, standing in front of the store begging for money, hustling. That's gang right there. I mean, you know how many, they don't need all that money that you're giving them. I give it from the kindness of my heart. I've been stiffed a few times, but you know what? I don't do it that often, especially now like I used to, because I see them right back out there doing the same thing every day. Now I can see if they were out there, once a year or maybe once every 6 months or something like that. But no, they out there every single day. They don't want to work. I don't understand. Why don't you little young cats out here, you're young and you healthy, why don't you want to work? Why don't you want to get a job? Why are you out here standing at the corner store thinking it's easy to get money so you don't have to work? They got all these jobs out here nowadays. When I was coming up, they ain't had these jobs like that. $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, some $50 an hour depending on what it is. Why can't you get off your ass? I look at you every time I help you. I've helped a lot of you out there. I got stiffed a few times, but God gave it back. See, that's what you don't know. But God ain't going to keep doing that for somebody who's not trying to do better. See what I'm saying? You are just as healthy as me, and you're younger than I am, and other people. But we are willing to dig in our pocket and give you money to help you for whatever reasons. You don't have to tell me what it is. I know you're trying to hustle, but I'm trying to help you out the kindness of my heart, because God always touched my heart, and He speaks to me and tells me, hey, get a certain person this, that, and the other. And I do. But I ain't going to keep doing it, because you ain't trying. And I'm talking directly to you little young cats out here, black, white, or foreign, female, whatever country you in, whatever state you in. And I'm specifically talking about the ones here in Columbus, Ohio. You ain't trying to do better. You need to be stacking your money instead of being on the street hustling money out of people and stacking it and buying drugs, buying alcohol, buying weed or whatever other drugs out there, you ain't gonna come up like that. Because people ain't gonna keep helping you. I know I'm not. You know, I give you a couple of dollars one day and then the next week, there you are again, begging again. I said, look, not tell them straight up. I can't do this every time I see you, man. What you think I am? I'm a target because I was in the military. So I'm saying, like a lot of people. But a lot of them are just hustling. They don't care nothing about me. All they want is what I got in my pocket to give to them. Or her. Or him. Look, man, ladies, you need to get off your asses. Stop being lazy. Get out there and find a job, man, where you ain't got to do all that. You make more money working somewhere legally than you would on the streets. You think you're going to make money on the streets. Some of you do. But it's getting cold. You can't stand out there in 0 below weather, but I've seen some. They stupid. They'd rather do that than to go find a job, apply for a job, and work. That don't make no sense for some little young cat. Can't be no more than, and a lot of them get younger, like 15, 12, even 10 years old. All the way up to 17, 16, 18, 19, 20, whatever. And you don't want to work? And you got all these jobs out here they talk about every single day on the news. $10 an hour, $20 an hour, $15 an hour, $30, $40 an hour, depending on where it's at. And you don't want to find a job that's making that kind of money, but you rather stand on the street and hustle and dig in people's pockets and make them think to feel sorry for you, to help you? No. There was a guy years back, and I'm going to get off here because I've been on here too long. He was on the street, downtown. And he was sleeping around downtown. People was giving him money a lot. He did this for at least a year. No longer than 2 years. Do you know this fool had a bank account? Every little bit of money he had, he put in that bank account. And he died. And when they found out where his bank account was, do you know, I don't know what he died of, but do you know this guy had over $1 million in a bank account from hustling on the street, from panhandling and begging people for money, dressing up like he's poor and sick and all and need help. People fall for that. I fell for it a few times, but I got the money back. Because Jesus saw my heart was real, but theirs weren't. But I still got it back. I don't know what happened to him. I could care less. I gave it to him, went on about my business. But I got the blessing within that week. But what I'm saying is, here's these folks out here, especially these women on drugs. Man, that's so sad. But it's worse when they got little toddlers out there standing on the corner and all this traffic's driving by, flying by, speeding. They got them on the corner, no socks on their feet, especially in the wintertime, no gloves on their fingers and hands, no clothing on there to where they won't get frostbite. They just standing out there on the corner with their crackhead mother or father. That's wrong. Like I said, getting back to you politicians, you need to make the same rule for the homeless folks as well as for the people standing on the corner, taking a chance of these babies getting killed, ran over with their crackhead mother, crackhead father, or whatever, whoever. And you need to apply the same rules for these little cats that stand by these corner stores, man. Why you think all these shootings occur and all this stuff? Because of that. People get upset when people keep pestering them for money. And then there it goes, starts a fire. And if the fire ain't put out, it's going to get bigger. And if it get bigger, it's going to be more flames, meaning more problems, more shootings, more killings, more people getting hurt because it was over a little simple, stupid ass person on the corner bugging people for money. And they don't want to give up their money. And then when they don't get the money, then they get an attitude, want to talk stupid and then act stupid. You need to apply the same law to that. Because I go to the corner store pretty much. But I see the same ones out there. And even if I see some new ones, it's the same game. I'm a nice person. I got a kind heart, but I ain't stupid. And I ain't going to keep giving these folks money like that. You know? Why do I have to give you my hard-earned money when you could go out here and earn your own money? You know, you standing around, you out there in 0 below weather, no coat on, no decent shoes on your feet, no hat on your head, no gloves on your hand or anything else, because you trying to hustle somebody out of some money for a couple of dollars so you can go get a fix, or a few dollars so you can go buy some weed, or a few dollars so you can go buy some drugs. You ain't helping your children like that, and a lot of you got kids, especially the girls. Don't ask me, do you got $1? I ain't gonna keep doing it. Because you just as healthy or healthier and stronger than me to find a job. Get off your lazy ass. Get up early or whatever shift you want to work. First, second, or third. Go out there and make that money. You know how many jobs is open right now that you could have? And I'm speaking directly to you little cats out here standing around on the corner, bumming money, hustling. You need to get out of that. Because that's what's going to get you jammed up with something or somebody. And everybody ain't going to keep giving their money to you, man. Lady, young lady. Find a damn job. Get off your lazy ass, your young lazy ass. Go find you a job. Then you won't have to worry about standing there on the corner. You know, begging somebody for some money. It don't make sense. And like I said, you legislatures here in Ohio, Columbus, you need to be applying the same thing as you doing to these homeless folks. If you don't try, you won't fly. Meaning if you don't get out here and better your life, it ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse. And everybody ain't going to keep giving you money. I'm talking to you young cats out here. They're standing at the corner store every single day, round the clock, from January to December. Get up, get off your ass, your lazy ass. Do the right thing, find you a job, and better your life. And take care of your kid. You can't take care of your kid standing on the corner bumming money like that. Now if you stacking it, it may help, but it still ain't gonna help. You need more than that. That means you gotta stand out on the corner a lot and a long time to get the kind of money you trying to seek and find. You know, you want money for a blunt, you want money for weed, you want money for drugs and all this other stuff. Get a job, man. That's all you gotta do. Ain't nobody twisting your arm, making you do nothing you don't want to do. You need to be wanting to do it. Because people ain't going to keep doing that. I know I ain't. I'm done. You better think about it, man. Quit playing games with people. Quit playing games with yourself. Because that's what you doing. You're out here trying to hustle everybody out their money. They worked hard for it. And try to act like you all down and out and try to make people guilty for not giving you no money. Nah, Get off your ass and get a job. I'm out of here.